What's up, everybody?
What up?
Jack and Alex here.
What's
Back
up?
at it again. Coming
Yeah.
at you on another Sunday.
On another Sunday, we went to the flea market today.
Cheers. We went to the flea market today.
Cheers.
Los Pulgas.
We got shirts, band t-shirts.
Band fucking t-shirts.
I'm wearing a Coheed and Cambria shirt.
Dude, this
Because
was the best I could
they're dope.
find for me. I like Iron Maiden, don't get me wrong. But this is like a Baby Gap shirt.
Yeah, he was really bummed about it because
It was like an extra large.
swap meet.
Yeah,
you
we didn't
know?
try anything on. It's fucking grody, but
Yeah.
I came home and put it on. Or I had a Metallica shirt too, and I put it on, and it was like so fucking skin tight. I was like, babe, congratulations, you just got yourself a Metallica shirt.
I'm like, oh fuck.
So,
Good thing I'm listening to them.
you don't even listen to Metallica.
I like the Bell Toll song.
For Whom the Bell Tolls, that's a good song.
It's
Yeah.
a good song.
But we were just kind of rambling about what we want to talk about today. And it's really like, what do we like to consume? What do we like to listen to or watch videos of? Like, what piques my interests and what piques her interests. Obviously, we're fitness people. We're about that. Like, fitness is a good tool for us to keep our minds straight and our bodies healthy. And for me, like, I like to watch and listen to like videos of people that are talking about fitness stuff, like how to improve strength in areas that I need strength in, and things like that.
Yep.
And how we've been training lately is really like we've been focusing on our weak spots. Alex and I both have had some long-term injuries, and I'm sure most people do have some injuries. Everybody
Especially
has
at our age. It's
everybody has an ailment, you know. And mine being my whole like left arm, shoulder, hand. I've had like a lot of breaks and sprains and fractures and bad shit on both my arms and my legs and everything with motocross racing, but my left has always been a problem for the last 10 years.
So what was the thing that did it?
So the
last
initial thing that really hurt my shoulder was like almost 10 years ago. I was in the gym, and at the time I was in my young 20s, and I was like really fucking strong, and I felt like I could train as hard as I ever wanted to, and the next day I'd be able to train as hard as I could ever want to again. I felt like invincible. And I think that's a young 20-year-old's kind of thing. Like, your body is like still pretty elastic,
I
and
haven't really gotten that hurt yet.
right, and you're coming into like being a man, and like all your strength is coming in. And I remember like I wanted to be all fucking big and buff. I wanted it so, like, I just idolized like bigger guys than me, and I wanted it now, you know. And it wasn't happening quick enough, so I was just like lifting way too heavy all the time. And how I initially hurt my shoulder was doing upright rows, barbell upright rows. And like, if you've done them, you know it doesn't take a whole lot of fucking weight to really stimulate that movement, right? And I was doing like, I was body weight, my weight was like 175 pounds, and I was trying to row like 185 pounds on a barbell. Like a fucking idiot, dude. If you're a young kid out there and you're feeling strong and you're watching this, just let the shit take time. Challenge yourself, keep your form, keep your weight in check, and let the shit take time. Like, you're gonna get big, you're gonna get strong. If you try to go too fast with it, you're fucking break yourself up. So anyway, doing an upright row, I felt my left shoulder kind of like give out as I was pulling it. Felt it give, and quickly like squared up, dropped the weight, and I was like, I think I'm fine. I think I'm okay, you know? I was all like pumped. I was all like juiced up, fucking just getting a good set, you know? I'm like, I think I'm good. I think I like stripped some weight off the bar, or I like went over and like started doing like flies or something, like dumbbell flies. And I just remember it was like bugging. I was like, oh shit, I don't know.
No.
And then I think the next day was like really fucking bugging. And I was like so into training that I didn't even want to like admit that I hurt myself. I was like in denial, like, no, it's fine, it's okay, it's not even hurt. And so anyway, whatever. At the time I was still riding dirt bikes pretty heavily, and shortly after that happened, I fucking crashed my dirt bike riding in the desert. I hit some jump and fucked up and landed really hard on my shoulder, and it dislocated. And it was like all the way the fuck out. Like, so I think what happened was when I did the upright row, I tore something. I tore my labrum, my shoulder labrum, I believe is what it was. And So it was already like a loosey-goosey joint.
Yeah.
And then I fucking crashed in the desert, and I fucking got up, and my collarbone was up to my ear. Like this the A-arm suspension joint right here was like up to my ear, and my upper arm was in my armpit. So it was like all dislocated. I thought it was like really broken. I thought everything was broke to shit.
Yeah.
It was just dislocated, which was the most excruciating pain I've ever had in my whole fucking life. It was crazy, whatever. But anyway, just need to shorten this up. Anyway.
No, I mean it's good to hear this.
Yeah,
because
true.
Just
Okay.
Be careful. Like, what if you crashed because you actually tore that because you
Right.
were being, you know?
I mean, the crash happened, but if I hadn't torn it initially in the gym,
Yeah.
maybe it wouldn't have dislocated. Because
Yeah.
I had ridden and raced dirt bikes my whole life, and I've taken a lot of hard hits, and like that was a really hard hit. But I don't know, maybe if my joint was more solid, it wouldn't have came out. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, whatever. Just over a decade of chronic pain with this arm. It came out another time after, like, so I got it put back into socket, and then I had a surgery a couple weeks later. They repaired the labrum, who knows what the fuck happens in there. They just, they go in there and it's like a bowl of spaghetti, and they try to tie shit up, and they go, hey, fucking, we hope it's good. $25,000, you know?
Yeah.
Insurance paid for that
Good
one.
luck.
Thank you.
With the rest of your life now.
Yeah, but anyway, fucking like a year later, it came out of socket again in the gym, and it went right back in, thank God. But so it's just been like a chronic pain limb of mine, my left arm, my left shoulder, something that's delicate for me. And training wise, over the years, it's like I always still wanted to be strong. I always wanted to still train the way I always want to train. Like I want to fucking bang out pull-ups and muscle-ups and dips and hardcore, heavy, strong shit, you know? Handstand push-ups. I've never wanted to like get rid of any of the things. But thing is, it hurts really bad if I only focus on my big movements, like my fucking heavy pull-ups and shit like that. I have chronic pain, and it does not stop. And it's like, it's not like some of the time I'm in pain. It's like there's very few minutes of my fucking life that I'm not in pain. It's like that. So this is important to me, because when I'm in pain, I'm an asshole, and it reflects through my whole entire life. It reflects through every relationship I have. It reflects in my work. If I'm in pain, I'm not having a good time. You know how it is if you're in pain. Like, you're a dick. You fucking, your work isn't, you're not putting as much focus into your work. Nothing's as good if you're in pain. So how we've been training as of like the last couple months, Alex and I have really been, she'll get into her injury in a minute. I've been fucking rambling. But we're talking about my injury, and like as of the last couple months, working on movements that make my joints hold together stronger, like working on rotational muscles, like internal rotation on my shoulders, external rotation on my shoulders, internal rotation on my wrists, external rotation on my wrists. That's supination, pronation. Working on like wrist curls, grip, fucking hand squeezers, like things like that are all these foundational strength movements that hold your shit together. It's like if you're only training your lats and your chest and your fucking delts and your biceps, these muscles will overpower the structural muscles, and will fucking, if your chest is tight, it will, if you have a fucked up joint, it will pull your joint out of the fucking joint. And then you're like, oh, why am I in pain all the time? It's because your shit is out of alignment. So it's like really focusing on the small foundational movements has been so huge for me. Like I'm having days where I'm not really in pain, and that has not been a thing since I was like 20 years old.
Wow.
So that's like a fucking really big factor of my life. It's
that's like 30 years, guys.
Yeah, it's
Just
like
kidding.
it's like pain management is a huge thing for me, and that's like my main interest. Because when I'm feeling good and I'm feeling strong, I'm fucking confident, I'm happy, all my focus can go right into whatever I'm doing. Because if I'm in pain, Alex and I could be out on a beautiful fucking date night, like, and I'm like only thinking about my pain.
I'm like, who's this bitch Pain? All right.
Yeah, who you think? What's her name? Pain.
What's her fucking name?
Yeah.
Shit.
But
Just kidding.
so it's like it's really important, and if you have an ailment, my advice is to not neglect it. My advice is to go right into dissecting what's wrong with it. Got a hurting knee? Alex has a hurting knee? We fucking been diving in and figuring out what it could be. Like testing every single movement with a lightweight band.
Yeah,
fucking
he's been
throwing
helping me
bands
with
on, you know? and really just going through every single movement and then finding where it's weak
Mm-hmm.
and finding where it's tight. And it's like, okay, to bring something into alignment, if you have something tight and something weak, it's going to be out of alignment, right? So the thing is, we want to loosen up what's tight and tighten, strengthen what's weak,
Mm-hmm.
and bring your shit back to alignment.
Back.
So that's like everything we've been training is like fucking structural muscles, like your small little muscles that are underlying, like fucking little rotator muscles, you know,
Mm-hmm.
shit like that we've been really focusing on. And yeah, I think that that's like a huge thing for me. And if you guys are listening to this, like dive into that, study the anatomy of your sore knee, of your fucking messed up back. Like most people that have back pain, if you would just work on your abs, your back pain would go away.
Mm-hmm.
People like me with a fucked up shoulder, if you stop training your fucking deltoid and your chest and start focusing on your external and internal rotation and your wrists and your hands, all of that will come back together, and then your chest and your fucking shoulder movements will be stronger than they've ever been.
Yeah.
So it's like foundation first. That's like what Alex and I've been doing
Foundation
lately.
first.
Been training foundation first.
Yeah, so like when I first started training, I was like doing a bunch of burpees and like doing like calisthenics stuff, like nothing really with like heavy weight. And so, and I've like throughout the years, like I've had kind of a clicky knee, like from my shoes or whatever. It was like out of alignment, and or from running. And basically, once we started going to the gym, I was like excited to like lift some weight finally, because I was strong. Like there's no doubt about it.
She's
that
really
I was strong, but like it still was like not very like in alignment. And I found that out when I started doing squats, like with the bar, and like I really was like, or you know, using the leg machines that were really putting me into place like 100%.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is a little bit different, you know. And anyway, I like used too much weight, and I like strained my hamstring or my knee, or like right.
'cause
It's one of the
she has a weak spot,
is it
and
the ACL.
it's like your ACL is where you're feeling weak in.
Yeah.
So it's like a ligament in her knee that feels
Mhm.
compromised.
Mhm.
And what's happening is, when she went to the gym, like she was saying, getting on these machines that don't allow you to crutch like you do in
Mhm.
real life. Like we develop these pattern movements when we have an injury, so that your body can figure out how to get through the same movement
Yeah.
while avoiding the weak, painful spot.
Mhm.
And when you get on these focused machines that don't allow you to crutch,
Mhm.
it's like, god damn, there's something really weak here. And it's frustrating. It's like the most frustrating thing in the world is to feel weak on a spot,
Yeah.
like on something on your body.
Mhm.
And so she's like getting really frustrated with it, and I fucking have been living this frustration for the last 10 years.
Yeah. I was like,
And
now
it's
I
like,
know how you feel.
dude,
But
it's
not
so-
not even an inkling.
But it's so like on point, like why we came together, because like the way we live our lives and like how we both understand pain and we both understand trauma, fucking emotionally and physically, like we are able to help each other so much and have so much understanding for each other
Mhm.
on how we feel in life, you know. It's like she could tell I'm in a bad mood because I'm in pain. It's not like I'm in a bad mood, what's wrong with our relationship? It's like, dude, fucking I'm just hurting, you know.
Mhm.
So we figured things out together, like with her. So with her knee anyway, yeah, just
Yeah, my knee. Oh my god, it's been like months that it's been hurting, and it's been so frustrating. Like I
as
can't
fuck.
figure out what the fuck it is, and I'm like strengthening things, and then stretching, and then turns out I was stretching too much on this one
Overstretching.
side, and then not like really releasing the tight muscles on the outside of my leg, which the roller came in handy.
foam roller.
It's
Yeah,
like my fucking
get a foam
best
roller.
friend right now. Yeah,
Mm,
which I
something
got to do
release
today
knots.
because I did not do that today.
Right.
But yeah, just getting used to like doing these things that like you skip over, and which are vital and are important,
Mhm.
and you need to do. Like you can't just fucking skip to the end and like
Right.
be, you know, through anything in life.
Right,
you know,
right.
you got to fucking take every step. And I was getting too eager to
Move
like
up in your
move
strength.
up
Yeah.
and like get huge quads and a big ass. And, yeah, no.
But-
but like.
Dude, what's
Yeah.
what's going on though too? Like as we're training our foundational muscles, which is like not the big sexy movements. We're not over here fucking power cleaning and fucking deadlifting and doing heavy shit, but training our foundation muscles. Like, her ass is sore every day training with this little baby band, and her ass is like, so it's like,
because it's like finally in alignment and it can make the right movement.
And it can make the right movement.
Yeah.
So it's like you might feel like you're taking a step back to like set aside the big movements and focus on the little lightweight fucking not sexy shit, but you really aren't. Like, you don't lose any step in your gains. Like, your body actually responds like, fuck yeah, like you just put the fucking missing puzzle piece on the foundation, and then all your muscles are just like, yes, now we can make some real gains because everything has come together again. It's like, imagine, I don't know if I fucking have a lot of background with bikes and dirt bikes and all that shit, but like,
You do?
dude, we've had, I know a lot of my buddies have done this just like I have. Like, when you're cranking hard on your BMX bike and the fucking chain breaks, like you have one weak link on your chain, there's like a master link, and if your fucking master link gives and your chain breaks, like, you're fucking shot. And the thing is, it's like your whole body is like that bike frame that is nothing with a weak link, right? Like, if there's a weak link on the chain of this structure, you're limited to that weak link. So like, why would you ever neglect that in overall health and overall function of life and overall, like, just picture an emergency situation and you can't even fucking do something with your built ass body that you've been working on in the gym so hard because you fucking have a weak spot, you know? Like, if she can't fix her knee to where she could sprint, you know, where you could take off fucking running, like, that's the whole goal, is to get her back to like full function
running,
anything that she has to do as a human being.
Yeah.
You know?
Or even like, I was just making a reel and I was getting so frustrated because I like couldn't get my caption on, like, it, whatever, there's like this whole ordeal and I couldn't finish the reel and I had to like delete it and then find it again and I couldn't find it. I was getting so fucking mad, and like, if I were to just give into that and be like, just let my weakness of my anger like take over, I would have never posted my reel, because I figured it out after like 5 minutes of being like, Alex, calm the fuck down.
Right.
Take a deep breath, stop cursing, and just like
the weak link in your stress management.
Stress management.
You started getting stressed.
Yeah.
Fucking your Instagram deleted your shit. That is the most frustrating thing.
Oh my god, it's so frustrating.
That really is the most frustrating
It takes a while.
When you put like 45 minutes to an hour into a post, and you're like, this is so good, I know people are gonna love this and get something out of this. Yeah, the music is good, and you're getting your posts out, and then the fucking Instagram deletes it, and it's like, that's your challenge. That's your injury.
Yeah.
Now fucking figure it out. Otherwise, it's gonna stay your fucking limiting point. It's gonna stay your weak link in your stress management.
And then I got the reward of figuring it out, and now it's up, and I'm like, oh my god, okay, I didn't lose my shit. I didn't throw my phone and break it.
Yeah, because if you would have did all that, we wouldn't even be making a video right now.
That too, yeah.
Dude, no, it's true. Like, you can't just like shake shit off like that. You gotta like figure it out.
Deal with it.
You gotta like
try to have patience.
Yeah.
Patience is huge.
Patience.
It's huge.
But so the reel she made was about these bad boys.
Oh, spooky!
Spooktacular Halloween cookies. Look at that little thing.
That's the ugliest one.
I'm gonna eat that one. Look at this little guy.
That was cool.
This is
cute.
Bethany.
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 This one reminds me of something from Real Monsters.
Yeah, it looks like Crumb.
Real Monsters. You guys were a real 90s kid.
Cheers.
You know. Cheers.
These are great.
The eyeballs are hard though, so you gotta be careful.
Yeah. But
damn.
There's a car alarm going off in our studio right now.
Okay, well, it looks like we're gonna enjoy this now.
Yeah. I forgot what we were talking about. Right,
injuries.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, that was a lot of information.
Work through your weak links.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the most liberating feeling.
It's important. It's like 100% important. Like, you can't just skip over that shit, because it's gonna show up.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking weak part of you is gonna show up later in life.
Yeah.
So might as well deal with it now.
Get to it now.
Get to it. Get
Be
it over
transparent
with.
with it. It's like, hey, I
Do it.
have this thing, and I'm working on this thing. Like if I never like opened up to Alex about how I'm in pain all the time, she wouldn't have any understanding for it, and she'd be like, "This guy's kind of a
Guy
fucking,
does not like me.
kind of an asshole. He kind of has a resting bitch face all the time." So I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, my arm hurts." But yeah, now we're working on it. Brought it to the light. Brought it to the light, and now we're working on everything this week. Man, that shit's bomb.
That's all you. All right, guys.
Need the ugly one. Thanks for listening.
Have a happy Sunday.
Put in your orders for some spooktacular cookies.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, Divine Purpose
Thinking about putting
Bakery.
it on the menu.
Yeah.
So,
These things take some work though, so they're going to be priced accordingly.
yes. 100%. Love you guys.